Joining me in back of this beautiful Trail Boss Silverado, rolling up here in just a minute. There he is, Mr. Kyle Larson in the house. Come on, Texas, give him a big round of applause for Kyle Larson, the driver of number 42. Is that what you got on the car today? Someone just asked me. I'm like,
Yeah, we got McDonald's on it today.
So, hey, what is your favorite thing at McDonald's? Speaking of McDonald's. Let's get all the sponsorship stuff out of the way.
I like. I mean, obviously a Big Mac with some extra lettuce on it, and I like to get an Oreo McFlurry.
Nice. Hey, Kevin, just bring that down just a tad. Perfect. Hey, listen, I saw that your son got his own sim. What? How much fun is that? Now, is he getting off it?
No, he stays on it a lot. He just so it's on iRacing. And yeah, I got a simulator from Chad Wheeler from Oklahoma, and oh, nice. And so yeah, we have a lot of fun racing on there together. He likes to crash me a lot on there, so yeah. So he's not until he can stop crashing me on there on purpose. He's not getting a go-kart. So I don't think he understands that yet. But no, it's surprising, how much better he gets, each time he gets on there, and those cars are a lot harder to drive than like your typical video game racing game. So he's doing a pretty good job, I think.
Texas, is this one of the tracks that you think and feel comfortable that you can get a win today?
Yeah, for sure. In this round, I feel like Texas is...
That was your response? I'm going crazy?
Yeah, I think we can get a win, though. It's our car felt really good in practice the other day, and had a good balance. I could carry a lot of throttle through 1 and 2, so hopefully if the pace slows down today, that'll be beneficial. But yeah, I look forward to it. I think we'll have a good shot.
Are you a little stressed at all? Because you just seem so even keeled, doesn't he? It's like, yeah, it's just another race. Yeah,
it's just another race. No, I don't feel what.
He said he had problems earlier.
Yeah. No, hopefully our right front can hold air in it.
Yeah.
But no, it's yeah. I don't know. We'll be good. I enjoy Texas. We always have a lot of speed here. We just had a lot of right front issues. So hopefully today we don't.
We have this young man right here. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, what's your question?
Out of your 6 Cup wins, which is your favorite?
Probably the first one. Just because I've been close to winning a lot leading up to that, and the feeling of your first win is undescribable. So yeah, it was that was a fun day. We got to celebrate afterwards. So yeah, that first one is always very special. So I'd have to win a really big race like Daytona or Bristol is always important for me. So but right now the first win in Michigan was good.
Do you have, not just in NASCAR, but do you have a favorite win over your years of racing that's not NASCAR related?
My first World Outlaw win I got in 2011 is probably my all-time favorite win. Yeah, it's the World of Outlaws is great, and I was really young, and a local hadn't won the Gold Cup there at Chico in like 30-something years. So to break that streak was awesome.
Awesome. Right down here. What's your name?
My name is Gage Mann. How do you get started off in racing, Kyle Larson?
Yeah, so I grew up in Northern California, racing outlaw karts. Started when I was 7. Grew up around racing. None of my family raced or anything, but we were massive race fans. So yeah, my dad helped get me started when I was young, and been racing almost every weekend since. So I think I'm 27 now, so about 20 years, and I look forward to a lot more years.
Right down in front. What's your name?
Michael.
And what is your question?
Are you ever going to come down to Montana and do dirt track racing?
I've been to a lot of states, and Montana is actually one I've never ever been to. So yeah, I'd love to come to Montana and get some racing in, and I'd love to go there in the wintertime and do some. I heard some snowmobiling's a pretty big deal there too. So it looks like beautiful country, so I'd like to definitely check it out.
Kyle, right?
Yes.
And that's Kyle. So what's your question or comment?
Who was your greatest competitor in the All-Star race earlier this year?
The All-Star at Charlotte? Well, Kevin Harvick, he was the fastest for sure. That day, him and Kyle Busch were the two fastest cars that day, and I had to fight them off the last handful of laps. So, definitely those two for sure that race, but almost every race, those are your two guys that you got to look for.
Right down here, what's your name?
Roger.
Roger, what's your question?
So, Kyle, it's obvious from your interviews that you're a very intelligent and polite young man. But more than that, on the track, you show tremendous maturity and respect. I'm wondering if you could give us any insight as to where that maturity comes from.
Mark Martin.
I don't know. I just think probably the way my parents raised me to just race that way. Raise people how you want to be raised, and respectful. So I think I can credit that to my parents, and also I'm young, but I've got a lot of experience. I've probably ran more races in total than a lot of our veterans have. Just because I raced 120 some times in 2012. So where a lot of these guys who grew up racing late models and things like that maybe only raced 20 to 30 times a year. So I've got a lot of racing that I've done, and I think that definitely helps the maturity level. I think from just racing a ton.
That's why you got a crowd.
Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Cliff. Do you have your next Chili Bowls ride set up? And which NASCAR tracks does your dirt track experience translate into and make it easier for you?
I'm going to run my own car at Chili Bowl this year. I've raced for Keith Coombs and Pete Willoughby for so long now, so it's going to be a fun little challenge, I guess, to be my own equipment there. And then I think my dirt background helped me at kind of any racetrack that has a wore out surface. So Chicago, Atlanta, tracks where you can move around and search for grip. Bristol feels like a 500 lap dirt race, so I enjoy that one a lot.
Thanks, Kyle.
Kyle, all the way to your left. What's your name?
My name's Tammy.
Tammy, and you are so excited. It's your first race, and this is your favorite driver?
Yes, all-time favorite driver,
Thank you.
hands down.
Thank you.
My question is, when you were winning dirt races, did you ever imagine this today?
I don't know if I imagined sitting in a truck bed answering questions, but I always dreamt of making it to NASCAR and racing with the guys that I grew up watching and looking up to. So when I was probably 15 or 16, I think maybe it started to become more of a reality. Like hey, if I keep winning races and moving up the ranks, I think I'm young enough, I'll have the opportunity to make it. So thankfully it just worked out where I got to race for the right people at the right time and take advantage of the races that I won. And once I got to the Midwest and racing in Indiana and stuff, my career really progressed quickly. So I would say I always hoped that I could make it here. You never know if you can, but I knew if I did my job, I'd have a good shot.
Tammy, and what is your two favorite words?
Go Larson!
What's your name?
Tyler,
Tyler, and what's your question, buddy?
ever think about doing the Indy 500 in Charlotte double?
Yeah,
Ever think about doing the double?
I think about it. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I think it'd be a cool experience. It's just hard to commit to it, because it's in May, and if I could win a Cup race early on in the season, I think I could try and put something together. I just think it would take a lot of focus away from the Cup stuff, and we seem to be very close to making it into the playoffs every year, so it would be tough to commit to it, but I would love to give it a try. I think it'd be fun, and it just takes up so much of your month, flying back and forth.
Right back here, what's your name?
Steve.
Steven, what's your question?
Hey, Kyle, I'm a big fan, first of all. Secondly, who's your biggest racing hero or influence?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I ever had like a hero, but growing up, I just like cheering for the guys who grew up dirt racing also. So Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart are probably my two favorite NASCAR drivers. I would say I'm more of a similar type driver to Tony Stewart, just in the way we grew up racing and still continued to race dirt stuff. So I would say Tony is probably the guy I looked up to the most. So yeah, it was fun to get to compete with them for a few years.
We have Miles down here. How old are you, Miles?
10.
10, and what's your question?
Do you like dirt or asphalt better?
I like it all, honestly. What? Racing is racing, but no, I mean there's some places. It just depends on, I think, the track that you're at, really. Like Bristol in a Cup car is top 3 probably type of racing that I like to do. And then say a sprint car at Knoxville at Eldora. So I mean, I don't. I guess I wouldn't say I like one more than the other. I just it depends on what track you're at.
We have Brittany down here with this beautiful pink hair. Brittany, what is your question?
Are you ever going to go to Page, Texas racetrack?
What is it?
It's Page, Texas.
Page, Texas?
Hot Bowl.
I don't know. I don't know. It seems that my dirt schedule doesn't ever bring me to Texas, but who knows? I mean, someday maybe if World of Outlaws have a midweek show, I can make it there. But usually my weekends are taken up at this stuff.
Kyle, it's never enough time, but we appreciate every time you get to come here to Team Chevy, hang out with your fans. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Kyle Larson.
Thank you.
Okay, so click the in button.